Africa. So excited to be here on a Saturday morning. Hello Africa is a dedicated sports lifestyle show with music, entertainment, all the things you need to know on and off the pitch of the 2019 African Cup of Nations. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And of course, I'm I'm with one of my favorite people on a Saturday morning.
Now, we're 43 goals into AFCON 2019. Already, 4 teams have already booked their spots in the round of 16. And we can hope that one of the 12 spots remaining in that round of 16, Minnie, will belong to Bafana.
After last night's game, 1-0 against Namibia. That is their first win in 6 AFCON games.
Yep.
Our last game was, of course, won against Angola in 2013. So proud of our boys, hoping that they can claim that 3rd spot and make it through to the round of 16. Of course, we want you to get involved in today's show, and you can with our poll question.
So, we want to know from you, as far as Hervé Renard is concerned, he's currently coaching Morocco. Can he, though, go on and win the Africa Cup of Nations for a 3rd time? He's done it with Zambia in 2012, done it with the Côte d'Ivoire in 2015. Is 2019 the year he's going to be winning it for the 3rd time?
Yes, and all you have to do is go onto our Twitter page. It is at SuperSport TV, and use the hashtag #SSHelloAfrica. It's that simple.
It is. It really is. Yes, no, maybe. Can he win it again? This is Hello Africa.
Karuru leaves it for Billiard. Karuru gets the ball back, tries to slip the ball into a path for his teammate. Oh, it's off the crossbar! That should have been buried. Musona.
Simon with the corner!
Here they go again. It's Faguli getting the ball back. It's an opportunity here. Belaney scores for Algeria. Uganda on the attack. The shot's coming in. Oh, it's at the back of the net. They've scored it. Arqui of Simba SC has put Uganda ahead. Oh, he come out the goalkeeper. There's a shot. They've scored. Tanzania. This is good play from Amondio. Got fresh legs, remember. That's the little pass that he needed to put. There's a shot coming out. Kenya in the corner. How about that? That was sensational.
Marco!
It's a decent ball. It's a lovely chest. This is a good opportunity. They've split open this Ugandan defence. Can they get the ball across? Oh, it's in the back of the net. Billiard has scored the goal, the equaliser. Can he get the ball out? There's the ball to Mo Salah. He cuts inside. Mo Salah shot is in the back of the net. Mo Salah scored. That is the goal that everybody has been waiting for.
Well, it's only been the first week of AFCON 2019 and so much to talk about already at the 32nd edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. And here to make sure that we talk nice and comprehensive about all the moments at AFCON 2019, I've got a fine panel of guests, starting with Jimmy Tau to our far left, Oji Molefe, as well as Umu. Thank you so much for your time, gentlemen and lady. We really do appreciate it. Jim, I'm going to start with you. A week in, 43 goals in. We've got our goal as far as South Africa are concerned. That is what matters at the moment. What have you thought of AFCON 2019 so far?
Thanks for having us this morning. I think one needs to congratulate Bafana for last night's victory. I think it had the country in suspense for a while because we are so hopeful that with the current team that we've assembled, we should be able to at least make it through to the group stages. So last night's victory was very much important. And the fact that they were able to get 3 points without conceding, that speaks a lot of volume in terms of going forward, because when you look at it, Ivory Coast have got the similar points as South Africa with the same goal difference. So all left up to the last game.
And how important is goal difference going to be, though? Because, again, we're seeing, especially the group that South Africa are in, not a lot of goals are being scored. But what matters is, at the moment, is pick up the points when you can.
obviously, first of all, you want to pick up those points. Because the way it looks, especially in that group, is that you might have 3 teams finish on 6 points after that. So those goals will become important because after the head-to-heads with the points, it will go down to the points difference. So Bafana probably, there was their best chance to score a few more goals. But disappointingly, I don't think they created as many chances as they should have. But important, though, that they got the 3 points.
But Umu, towards the end of the game, we saw that almost goal that could have made it 2-0. What happened?
I think that, first of all, I think what's important is the 3 points.
Yeah.
It would have been lovely to have more goals, like my other colleagues have said. But it's going to be a tight group.
Sure.
It would have been nice to have that second goal. Bafana looked at, they had it coming. We were waiting for that goal. It came. We were hoping that there would be a cushion. And hopefully, it will be enough to see them through because the final game is make or bust. So whoever takes that, because the group is quite tight, and I'm hoping that, Bafana can make that appearance in the round of 16.
For sure.
Now, we are facing Morocco next in the decider, and that's not the type of game that you want to go in having to win. But let's touch on Morocco a bit, OG. 2 games played, 2 games won. And we were talking about Renard at the start of the show. Can he go on and win a 3rd title? He started very well, has to be said.
He started well, and I mean, I think, they expected yesterday's game to be their toughest against Ivory Coast, and I think they dominated the entire game. For me, I think they could have won easily by like 3 goals. Even at the end, they're hitting the post where I think, a little bit of a finesse shot would have given them that extra cushion. But I think by then they had already wrapped up that game. For me, I think this is possible for Hav to actually go on and win a 3rd one. Morocco has been brilliant in this game and in this tournament so far and exciting. But as I said, I think this group is going to be tough going into the last game. South Africans will hope that Hav Renard maybe might decide to rest a few players seeing that they've qualified. But you can also take that chance. You can't really take that chance as well because, like I said, if everyone ends up on 6 points, it's going to be tough. So he probably wants to make sure they, secure top spot and he might put out his best 11 on the day.
Okay, all right. And what we also did see, Jimmy, was another blockbuster. We've had a couple of them already. Algeria up against Senegal. This is a game that a lot of people were talking. On the one side, Riyad Mahrez, on the other side, Sadio Mane. But it seems that Mahrez got the better of Sadio Mane this time.
I think there's so much expectations from those players that you've mentioned. Sane, the fact that he has done so well in Europe, also in Algeria, for him now, to come in and make sure that he plays as much as he's been playing at Man City, with Liverpool also, with
Sadio Mane.
So it's not an easy tournament for individuals, but I think it's a group work. And I think all teams have really adjusted to the level and just made it more about the country instead of about themselves. And I think it's just cushioning that pressure and making sure that you live up to the expectation. Like, for example, Mo Salah started a bit slow in the first game, but he came back in the second. It just shows his quality. So I think it's a matter of time. And once it starts getting to the group stages, that is where you'll actually just see the teams and the players more settled in this tournament.
And I think that experience of Champions League for those guys. So
Exactly.
Through,
Now, what is talk of the town is the teams that have already qualified to the next round of 16. We've got Morocco, we've got Algeria, Nigeria, and Egypt. So we know who's going through right now. Who do you think is going to join that list, Umu?
Wow, I think that Senegal is still joining. Ivory Coast as well. There are a few dark horses I think will still join.
Yes, a team like Uganda.
You've got even Madagascar.
Even Madagascar
is one of the shocking teams of this tournament. But yeah, I think that we're in for an exciting African Cup of Nations.
I think today's encounter, Ghana-Cameroon, an important encounter, big game.
Yeah, because
so
Ghana
that result is
win.
very much important also to decide that group. So it's not going to be an easy one. But I heard you mention Ivory Coast qualifying.
Hey, that means...
Does it?
That's basically what she's saying.
Well, I'm just saying, I want Bafana to go through, but Ivory Coast as well are in for the shot. But I feel that, I hope Bafana does go through, but at this rate, we'll have to bring it down to,
But OG, last week we had the panelists here. Jimmy, you were here as well. And everyone was talking about the fact that we definitely see us going through to the round of 16. What is the worst that we can perform in order to go through?
Look, I mean, it's very easy. I think beat Morocco, then you've sort of set yourself up.
Sure.
If you don't go top 2, you probably are going to end up as one of those 4 top 3 finishes.
Sure.
So it's easy for Bafana. I'm just worried about this type of side that Stuart Baxter will put out. We've seen now he's used 2 goalkeepers when, you know, I
Which was
thought
very
that,
strange.
Yeah, Ronwen played well in that first game, and I thought he would have kept him in. I mean, Keith didn't really put a foot wrong yesterday as well. But I guess maybe this means that Vuma maybe will get a chance in the last game, we don't know, against that strike force of of Morocco. I don't think you want to take that game.
Yeah, I don't think you'd want to risk with Bavuma. So maybe keep it between the 2 goalkeepers. Maybe the rotation system is what he's using. Having Bavuma just there for the experience. But maybe just to chip in there. Morocco would want to win against South Africa for one obvious reason. When they get to be top on the group, they get to play second on whoever has won the other group.
Yes.
So they need to make sure they secure their top spot so that whoever they get to play would be number 2 in that other group.
But then again,
an important encounter.
I think Bafana can learn from Morocco's first game against Namibia because they were Namibia was hard done by that own goal. So I think that, you know, with the Kosafa experience and all of that, Bafana might just be able to edge it. I really do hope that Bafana make it through.
Maybe Bafana should have played Kosafa.
Right? But we do speak to our expert analyst a little bit later on the show. But we have a group, Lwazi, called Amakotuga. What we're so excited about them is the fact that they're in Egypt having the time of their lives. And last night, they were actually at the Bafana game versus Namibia. This is what they got up to.
Hello, South Africa. My name is Batoy Mfuni, Brian Mshweshwe, Tami Kuzwayo. Together we are Amakotuga. As you can see, we are here at the As-Salam Stadium. We've just seen Bafana beating Namibia. So we're very much happy. It wasn't the best of matches, but we're very much happy with 3 points because we feel that we're going to go to the next round. We landed yesterday in Egypt, and so lovely time. The mood has been great. The fans are very excited here. Egypt is very welcoming. Everyone is friendly. As you can see, we've made a lot of friends. We are excited to be here. The weather is great as well. It's summer, but it's very hot. But so far, so great.
I must admit, the atmosphere around Cairo is beautiful. The food, we're having fun at Amakotuga, and we're looking forward to Bafana's next game against Morocco. Stay in touch.
Thank you. Shukran. Shukran.
I'm telling you, I want to be there, not here. I want to be in Egypt as well with Amakotuga. I want to be part of that crew, taking in all the sights and sounds over in Egypt. And speaking of sights and sounds, the opening round of fixtures over at Egypt 2019 has already provided so many talking points. Goals, yes, we've had those. Terrible misses, if you are Zimbabwean, yes, we've had those as well. But we had a chance to try and wrap everything up as far as what the opening round at AFCON 2019 has had to offer. Perhaps there's something that we've missed out. Do let us know as well. Have a look at this.
AFCON 2019 is fast gathering momentum, and while the second round of group games are well underway, what have we learned from the first round? Mohamed Salah may be Egypt's star man, but in Trezeguet they have a winger just as menacing. He netted the first goal of the tournament in the Pharaohs' 1-0 win over Zimbabwe. Staying in Group A, and while Uganda are widely touted as one of the continent's most improved teams, their clash against the DRC will go down in Crane's folklore. Their 2-0 victory was the first at the Cup of Nations in 41 years.
This is another header. Oh, it's in the back of the net. They've done it again. They've done it again. It's another set piece. It's another header. And they found the way to break down this DRC defence. Uganda are upsetting the apple cart here.
Nigeria are back at the tournament for the first time since lifting the title in 2013. They kicked off their campaign with a 1-0 win over debutants Burundi, and while Odion Igalo was the goal scorer, how about this assist from Ola Aina?
Thank you, Odion Igalo!
Fellow new boys Madagascar certainly made an impression. They shared the spoils with Guinea in an entertaining 2-2 draw. Senegal underlined their status as a tournament favourite with a polished performance against Tanzania. For highlighting their 2-0 win, a thunderous strike from Crepin Diatta.
Long-range shot coming in. Oh, my word! How about that? Diatta with an absolute thunderbolt.
Like the Lions of Teranga, Algeria also made a statement of intent with a 2-0 win over Kenya. Namibia, meanwhile, gave another heavyweight a massive scare. Morocco needed a 90th minute own goal to claim the victory.
And Morocco, the Atlas Lions, escaped with a rather fortuitous victory against a very courageous, brave Warriors side.
The Côte d'Ivoire were also 1-0 winners. South Africa's stubborn resistance was broken by Aston Villa's Jonathan Kodjia.
South Africa's defence eventually breached, and the Elephants trample their way to a 1-goal lead.
Another strong Southern African showing came from the Palancas Negras of Angola. They held a heavily fancied Tunisia to a 1-1 draw. Mali recorded the biggest win. The West African Giants didn't really give debutants Mauritania the warmest of welcomes as they were hammered by 4-1. Defending champions Cameroon, meanwhile, began the defense of their title with a 2-0 win over Guinea-Bissau. Goals by Yaya Banana and Stefan Bahoukien secured the indomitable Lions the 3 points. The Ayew brothers Andre and Jordan were on target for the Black Stars of Ghana, but they were humbled as Benin's Mikal Pote took them to the sword. A brace by the experienced strikers saw spoils shared in a 2-2 draw. So much yet so little has been decided. What do we have in store for the rest of AFCON 2019?
Well, a lot has been happening, of course, in the round of group stages, rather, at AFCON 2019. We have top goal scorers currently on 2 goals. We've got 43 goals scored. And, of course, we've got some youngsters in studio who have been taking in all the sights and sounds of AFCON 2019. We'll be chatting to them a fair bit. But we've got 2 gentlemen to my left, and not so young anymore, but certainly been enjoying AFCON 2019 as well. It is a pleasure of mine to welcome Nick Aresti, who is the technical head of SuperSport United Soccer Schools, alongside Coleman Murray, the business director for Warner Media Africa. And they're here to tell us a bit, Coleman, about what Cartoon Network has been up to. Exciting times for the channel.
Well, it's wildly exciting. Thank you, and thank you for having us. Yeah, June for us at Cartoon Network is basically Soccer Month.
Yeah.
So just to give you a little bit of background about the channel, I mean, Cartoon Network is the dominant kids channel in South Africa. It has been for a number of years. We're all about like humor, friendship, and fun. But you know, we've got to do a lot in terms of like giving back to our audience in South Africa that have been so supportive. So, you know, we've got a couple of localization strategies that we're looking at. And there was mention made earlier on this morning about Super Strikers. And earlier this month, we started broadcasting the new series of Super Strikers, The Men in Red. And Nick, you were talking about you and your family with Super Strikers and what it meant as a kid.
Oh, so important. If I can just intervene there and say, when Super Strikers first came out as a comic, many a Sunday Times was torn apart between my son and I to who would get it first. So, Coleman, again, I'll jump in and say a match made in heaven to be able to work with you and for that to rub off and benefit on our kids.
Yeah. And I mean, just with that partnership in mind as well, just let us know what it was that inspired Cartoon Network to approach SuperSport United Soccer Schools in order to get that partnership going to the benefit, of course, of these gentlemen here.
Well, I think there are probably a couple of aspects in that. I mean, first of all, the one thing that unites everybody, the one thing that we're here and the viewers are here for today is, you know, football is the one uniting factor in Africa. So, you know, our kids, our viewers, our audience all adore football. We saw a gap with SuperSport United Soccer School. The guys, Nick, right up to Gideon Kabane, came on and said, you know, we'd be really glad if you guys got involved. So essentially what we did is we're sponsoring the teams from under 8 level to under 12 with football kits. And then we're taking like 3 prized players that we've got with us today who down the line are going to be football superstars. And then we're sponsoring them with anything from food, transport, coaching fees, holidays, so on. You know, when I say holidays, I mean like football coaching holidays. So, you know, it's a serious investment. It's not as much about giving back as it is about sort of like developing the youth, which is obviously something that Nick is passionate about. But as I said, this is Football Month for Cartoon Network. This is a great way for us to launch this initiative. On the back of SuperSport, and in a bit, I'll tell you about another super idea that we got.
Okay, and Nick, I mean, coming to you with SuperSport United Soccer Schools, we know the good work that you guys do annually within the South African football landscape, but what does this partnership mean for the soccer schools as well?
Well, it means everything.
Yeah.
Cartoon, as Coleman said, Cartoon Network is the most favourite channel for kids on the African continent. And of course, football, being the Super Strikers, having that Pan-Africa flavour, just enables us to attract the kids, get them more excited, and stay in the game. I think we try to create fans and the kids to fall in love with the game as the first step, the first stage. So it's very powerful with what Cartoon Network is putting on the table with Super Strikers and the Toon Cup. And I think even more important than that is our network is forever growing. So we have 30 fully fledged soccer schools at the moment in the country. South Africa will be doubling that.
Yeah.
And exciting to watch AFCON because have been negotiating with 8 of the countries that are currently participating to actually open our soccer schools in those countries.
Absolutely fantastic.
So I hope down the line, as we're watching the tournament, possibly our juniors will be able to compete on a junior scale on something that's quite similar. So it's very exciting times.
I can only imagine. Now that I've had a chat with you guys, let's find out from the VIPs what they think of AFCON. And I'm going to start with you, Lesedi, and what you think of AFCON and what do you think Bafana can do? Can they win the tournament?
Yes, they can.
Okay, all right. So you feel that they can, but let's talk about you and your talent. What position do you play?
A midfielder, attacking midfield.
Attacking midfielder. So who's your favorite player?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yes.
Okay, and do you have a nickname when you're playing?
Yeah, Badjo.
Badjo. Why do they call you Badjo?
Because he's a very good player.
Yeah.
And he's a midfielder. And he scored more goals. And I'm like that.
This is Roberto Baggio?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, all right. That is Lesedi, Roberto Baggio. Remember that name? Junior, yourself, what position do you play?
Attacking mid.
Attacking midfield as well. So we've got a lot of attackers here this morning. And what's your nickname?
Messi.
Messi?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do you wear number 10 as well?
No.
What number do you wear?
13.
13. Okay, so we've got Messi wearing number 13. If I remember correctly, Lionel Messi wore number 19 when he was younger at Barcelona. Now I've got Zunaid, and I want to chat to you about what your favorite player is.
Coutinho.
Philippe Coutinho. And why?
He's playing nice, and he's killing, he's passing, and he's shooting, and he's scoring every goals, and he's passing.
Yeah. Okay, so it's goals, it's passing, it's the skills. Do you have all of that? Do you have the goals? Do you have the passing? Do you have the skills?
Yes.
Okay, that is Zunaid. He's got the passing, he's got the skills, he's got the goals as well. So we've got Coutinho, we've got Messi, we've got Roberto Baggio. What is some of your nicknames that you were known by growing up and playing football? Do let us know on hashtag #SSHelloAfrica as well. Now, let's quickly find out what some of the nicknames that are doing the rounds over in Egypt are. We know that they're the likes of the Indomitable Lions, Bafana, we know about them. We know about the Cranes. We also know about the Lions of Teranga. What other nicknames are there over at AFCON 2019? Let's find out.
Nicknames mean a lot in African football. Not only do they give identity to the fans, they also help motivate players. Team nicknames alongside colourful fans and drums are part of the very essence of the competition. Over the next few weeks, the Eagle is possibly going to feature most prominently in Egypt. Although the Nigerian national team is famous for their green jerseys, the name Super Eagles of Nigeria is even more popular. The team derives its name from the eagle on the country's coat of arms. Tunisia is simply known as the Carthage Eagles because of their historic link with Carthaginian civilization, whose national symbol was the eagle. Tunisia will want to see power, agility and strength in their players, all characteristics associated with the Eagles. And don't forget the Eagles of Mali as well. Ornithologists also have their sights set on the Cranes of Uganda, as they've made a flying start to the tournament, while the Swallows of Burundi are determined to punch above their weight. Back on earth and wild animals reign supreme. From the lion to the snake, leopards to elephants, all of them are at this year's tournament. The Indomitable Lions is a name that has really worked well for Cameroon, based on their strength and reputation. They are the defending champions. The Atlas Lions hail from Morocco, while Senegal boasts the Lions of Teranga. Other carnivores on the list are the leopards of the DRC, Algeria's fennec foxes, and the Zhurtus or wild dogs from Guinea-Bissau. The As far as African giants are concerned, the Côte d'Ivoire are massive, as evident in their nickname of the elephants, something they share with Guinea. There's been plenty of deliberation from Benin, but they remain known as the squirrels, while Angola's palancas negras, or giant antelope, have class and poise. Respecting rulers is a strong tradition in Africa, and so it's no surprise to find teams named after them. 7-time champions Egypt are the kings of Africa and have a name fitting of their status, as they are known as the Pharaohs. The Pharaohs are in the same group as the Warriors of Zimbabwe. While staying on the theme of patriotism, Namibia are the Brave Warriors. Kenya and Ghana, however, have sought inspiration elsewhere. The Harambee Stars of Kenya is a Swahili word that means pulling together, a nickname that calls for the country and the team to come together to achieve a common goal, whereas Ghana known as the Black Stars owing to the star on the country's flag, one which the Ghanaian Football Association believes promotes unity. But perhaps the most catchy of them all, quite simply, South Africa's Bafana Bafana.
And there you heard the African nicknames. Who do you think has the best nickname at the African Cup of Nations? The hashtag is SS Hello Africa. Bafana Bafana. Well, what I'm so excited about is that the show really does encompass all the beautiful things that we love about the African continent. I love looking good, I love feeling good, but now we get the chance to look good, feel good, dress good, and save the environment. I'm with Alistair Barnes, who is the creative director. He is the CEO and the founder of Balo, and this is all the stuff that you can see here. And I love the description. They say you're an ethical designer. What does that mean?
So for me, what that means is just looking after the environment as well as I can when I'm making my products. Obviously, having grown up on a farm, very close to nature, you know, nature is something that's very close to me, and so I try and look after Mother Nature when I make my products.
So we look after Mother Nature and we look good at the same time.
That's what we try to
Alistair,
do.
you've got to take us through some of these products. What I love about these is, I mean, this is wood, it's a cork.
Yeah, so
What's
that's
going
cork
on?
on the inside, fabric offcuts on the outside, and then they're actually a recycled paper material between. And then they've got spring hinges, polarized lenses. Yeah, so we try and bring kind of African color and flair, and then obviously provide the best quality protection for your eyes and all that while we're doing it.
Well, this totally matches my outfit. Lwazi, do you want to come see what this looks like on you? I feel like your head is cold, it's winter. You've got to put this on.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's time for us to take a quick ad break. We're going to try on some stuff with Balo Fashion. You guys can check it out. It is going to be absolute. Where can they find you on social media?
So Balo CT on Instagram, Facebook, just Balo, you'll find it. Yeah.
Balo CT. I think I'm taking these, babe.
Welcome back to Hello Africa. We continue to talk all things fashion, food, and so much more at the Africa Cup of Nations 2019. Now we're going to try and talk music, aren't we? And I've got a fantastic guest alongside me, and one that is certainly making all the right moves as far as the industry is concerned. Thank you so much for your time, and we want to chat about your music. We want to chat about what the journey has been getting to this point. How do you feel about being at this particular point of your career?
I'm really happy about it. It hasn't been easy. Always the industry has ups and downs, but, you know, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's the ups and downs of the industry, but hey, man, it comes with the perks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, but it's good. I'm happy. I'm good.
You're happy?
Yeah.
Now, take us through, again, you said the journey has had its up and downs, but now you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. You've got a fantastic jam, Skeleton.
Skeleton move, but I've got a new one called Love You As You Are.
Okay.
I'm fixing the country as we go along, trying to make sure that everybody knows that they're worthy of something and, you know, they're not alone. I've got a few friends who, you know, I've lost from depression, with like to depression. So I just wanted to make a song to let people know that, you know, if you need us, we're here, and, you know, you're not alone. And
it's a fantastic message as well that you are talking about. Now, that's a song you are going to be performing for us a little later on as well. And you tell us of the message that is behind all of that. Now, as an Afro-pop singer, that's what you...
House vocalist.
House vocalist.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So what would you say is the difference between that genre of music and perhaps Afropop?
The tempo, that's basically it.
Yeah.
It's the tempo. The messages are usually the same.
Yeah.
We sing about love, we sing about heartache,
Yeah.
we sing about, you know, everything that happens in life. I mean, art reflects life. So, yeah, it's literally the tempo. Yeah, that's the only thing.
Okay, Zana, we're looking forward to your performance a little later
Thank you
on.
so
But
much.
for the time being, we know that Minnie has got something for us.
Yeah, thank you so much to everyone at home who's getting involved. It is at SuperSport TV on Twitter, and that hashtag is #SSHelloAfrica. Thank you so much for getting involved in our question in today's show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, of course, Bafana walked away with those all-important 3 points. So in celebration of our beautiful boys, Palesa is standing by with Chef Coco with an amazing, authentic South African dish.
Hello, Africa, and welcome to African Bites with me, Palesa Masikeng, and of course with your favorite, Chef Coco. Hello, Chef.
Hello, Palesa.
How are you today?
I'm very well. I'm feeling excited about this invention, or how can I say, a new twist on this South African dish that I've created.
Oh, we're going to South Africa, and I'm very excited. What are we cooking, Chef?
So I've created something which is very street food that you eat in stadiums.
Tell me.
Kota.
Oh, wow, we're making a kota. But I know you're going to add your own twist.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I
let's
have
do
to add
this.
my own twist. We have all the ingredients for the kota, which is the bread, obviously, the meat, some potatoes, onion, eggs, and the sauces.
Chef, you have a very difficult job because I grew up eating kota, and whatever it is that we're going to do today. Okay, anyway, let's
I take the challenge.
You take the challenge. Okay.
I'm sure you're going to enjoy it.
I hope so. Let's
Okay.
get started, Chef.
Perfect. Cut these into two, like lengthwise.
All right. So it does look like like fries.
Like fries.
All right.
I'm going to add some slightly caramelized onions. I would like you to do a small eggs mixture for me.
I can crack an egg.
Put some the eggs.
Ooh. Wow, you did it right in front of my eyes. Nice one, Chef. Chef, what are we doing now?
So at this point, we are almost ready with all the ingredients for our sandwich.
Sandwich?
Sorry.
Kota.
Kota. Sorry,
Thank you,
sorry.
Chef.
Yeah, I want to put a little homemade mayonnaise with the cucumber in it.
And that's called tzatziki, right?
Yes.
Okay. The egg.
The first part of the egg. Okay. We put the patty.
All right.
Okay. We made our
Homemade.
own tomato. We're gonna put some greens.
Wow. Who knew kota would look so beautiful?
Telling you. And yeah.
Wow. We don't have time for this, but Minnie and Lwazi, I'll have a bite for you guys.
Thank you so much, Palesa and Chef Coco. That was the bougiest kota I've ever seen. Standing by with Jimmy and Kulthum. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah, that's correct.
All the way from Nigeria. But that's not the origin of your name, though.
Definitely. My name has Mediterranean origins, and there's actually a famous Egyptian singer who's Kulthum.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The African continent is so beautiful and so colorful.
Yeah.
But one of the things that's amazing about the African Cup of Nations is that the winning side doesn't just walk away with bragging rights as the champions of the African continent, but they also walk away with $2 million US. Jimmy, prize money, good prize money?
It depends how you put it. When you're comparing to European standards, you'd understand that that's actually just a drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
But having said that, there's pride to play for. There's a lot to play for. And I think maybe just to touch on an off-the-field kind of incident. This is why you'd have issues of players coming into such a tournament wanting to negotiate participation fee as individuals, as players, because then you have players then negotiating with their countries to say, what value am I deriving from playing, considering that there's only 2 million at stake, US dollars. And when you look at our European counterparts, there's actually nothing that we're playing for.
But one of the stories that we've seen going into this tournament, which is the narrative of almost every African tournament, are the countries complaining from their federations that they're not getting the bonuses that were promised, the amounts of money that were promised. I mean, it's a story that has plagued our tournaments for years and years. And right now, we saw Nigeria didn't even want to go to training or arrived late. What is it in terms of the prize money that literally gets people to this point? Is it a matter of, do we need to increase that money? Do we need our federations to put more money into these football nations?
Most definitely, Minnie. I think really the federations are not even doing the barest minimum.
Sure.
And if you are expecting something and there is a certain agreement original, then why go back on the agreement?
Yeah.
So oftentimes the federations wait for things to get ugly, which is not supposed to be the case.
Sure.
Players are not going to survive on oxygen. They've got responsibilities, they've got, family and so many things that they need money for. And so playing for pride is there, no doubt, which most players will do. But do the barest minimum and pay what is due to the players as at when due, because it's important that this serves as motivation. 100%. And then the players, because whatever they're even going to pay is not enough from what they earn in their clubs, but at least it's something to say, oh, this is what I got out of the African Cup of Nations.
And promises have been made and they need to be fulfilled. Of course, it is a tale that has plagued the African Cup of Nations for years, but at the end of the day, we are here to crown our champions, $2 million US as prize money. Let's find out what that entails, as well as the participation fees.
As Africa's 24 teams embark on their journey to Egypt, the quest for the greatest prize on offer in African football was without a doubt top priority. Aside from the majestic and iconic trophy, there's financial incentive as well. Following a 64% increase in prize money from 2017, how much is winning the AFCON actually worth? Just by reaching the finals in Egypt, teams are guaranteed $475,000 in prize money, even if they don't win a game or even score a goal. It increases as the tournament progresses. Progressing to the round of 16 earns you $100,000 more, while getting to the quarterfinals earns the last 8 teams $800,000. The beaten semi-finalists who contest the 3rd and 4th place playoff will share $4 million, with each getting 2. The 2019 final is a $7 million game, and the winners will be paid $4.5 million, with the runners-up pocketing $2.5.
So a lot of money then doing the rounds at Africa Cup of Nations. Look at that. The champions, they walk away with $4 million US. For runners-up, if you get to the final, you're guaranteed $2 million already. And for the other teams, as far as the groups are concerned, that's about $475,000, which is still a lot of money as well if you try and convert it to South African rands, isn't it? A lot of money, but...
Could be more, Lwazi.
It could be more.
I mean, the Euros, they're sitting on 27 million, going all the way to 34 million. So
indeed.
It's a lot. But we do have our guest, Lifa, in studio. He is the proud ambassador for Puma. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for hosting me.
Awesome.
Now, this is definitely my favorite segment of the show. I've been looking forward to this for the whole morning because for those that do know, I love football boots. It's a culture that is growing steadily in South Africa, but one that Puma is championing as well because this is an exclusive. These are being launched in a couple of weeks.
Already launched, to be honest. Yeah, we all launched it on Thursday.
Yeah.
They're called the Anthem Pack.
So cool.
So, yeah, nice boot.
Yeah.
Stylish. Love the colors. And more importantly, it's made for the podium.
Certainly is made for the podium. I mean, you look at these colors, absolutely glorious. And you look at, if you look at this is the future range.
Yes.
And you look at the make of this. Now, it's been very popular with South African viewers, South African players, as well as European players, the likes of Antoine Griezmann. He wears these boots, Marco Reus as well. And as far as the South African market is concerned, it's been a great time for Puma because you look at Percy Tau, who won the Player of the Year before he left for overseas. The current Player of the Year in Thembinkosi Lorch is also a Puma ambassador.
Yes.
A fantastic time to be associated with the brand.
Yeah. It's been a great couple of years, to be honest. I think it's our 3rd time winning the Player of the season.
Yeah.
We had Manyama, we had Percy, and now Lodge, which is huge for us. Secondly, we also had Tebogo Mokoena from SuperSport, winning the Young Player of the Year. So yeah, we're doing very well in that department. So speaking about the future boot, it is comfortable, it's stylish, like I said, and I'd love to get back in the field.
Okay, and just before we have a look at the teams that are sponsored by Puma at AFCON, this is the one range, and the difference you'd say between these two?
Okay, with the one range, it's more of your leather boot. Yeah. It's more, it's comfortable, but on this one, we have got a mixture of synthetic as well, so for that extra comfort.
Is it more durable, would you say?
It's more durable, yes, it is more durable. It's made for hard conditions, but yeah, it will last you longer than the future.
Would I be able to play in this?
You will be able to play in both.
Okay. But you know what? One of the cool things about the 2019 AFCON is that Puma is the kit sponsor of quite a few nations. And I was going through some of the polls that were going on social media and online, and some of the top 10 best kits of the 2019 AFCON, Puma features more than once, which is absolutely amazing. Let's take a look, though, in terms of the 2019 AFCON kits. Who's wearing who? Let's take a look.
The battle to be crowned Kings of Africa rages on, and while the ultimate aim as far as the 24 main protagonists are concerned will be continental glory, the battle of the brands rages on. Teams are decked out in their iconic colours, but who's leading the way in this particular battle? Puma continue to have a strong affinity with African nations. The German sportwear giant sponsors the most team at this year's tournament with 4, host nation Egypt, Ghana, the Côte d'Ivoire and Senegal all playing Puma kits. Defending champions Cameroon, meanwhile, have swapped from Puma to French giants Le Coq Sportif. Umbro follows with 3 nations. Zimbabwe, Namibia and Benin are all decked out in a classical look. The British sportswear company, however, provides the official match ball. Adidas, Garmin, Macron and Nike sponsor 2 nations each. South Africa and Nigeria have the swoosh emblazoned across their chest. The 3 stripes of Adidas are on the jerseys of Algeria and Morocco, while Italian brand Garmin sponsors 2 out of the 3 debutants with Madagascar and Burundi. 9 other brands, including Kappa, Allsport and Mafroak, will complete the list. When looking at some of the star players at the tournament, we see that they are all sponsored by the market's biggest brands. Sadio Mane of Senegal, Algeria's Riyad Mahrez, Thomas Partey from Ghana and Moroccan star Hakim Ziyech all wear the latest Nike boots. On the flip side, African Player of the Year Mohamed Salah is sponsored by Adidas, while Kalidou Koulibaly of Senegal and Percy Tau of South Africa don Puma boots. There are 24 different jerseys in Egypt. Which do you rate as the best of the lot?
Well, it's only fitting that the colours of Africa Cup of Nations are also displayed on the boots as well. You've seen some fantastic designs, and of course Puma featuring quite heavily as far as that is concerned. Now, just going to have a look at some social media tweets that you've sent our way as well. Minnie, this one's for you. Please, can I have that gorgeous skirt? That's the question. I'll be waiting in the control room for it. So, yeah, we'll see after this. And as far as the teams are concerned, the Ivory Coast will certainly be disappointed in these first groups, or have been disappointing rather, and Joshua from Ghana feels they're not going to be winning the Africa Cup of Nations, so perhaps Irvin not going to be winning his 3rd one. And this one is not quite pleasing for South African fans, I'm sure. South Africa is the England of Africa. They qualify regularly for major tournaments, but can't make impact in finals. So, well, we're still going to see if that is the case for Bafana Bafana. They've got one more group game to go to, and then we'll see if they do indeed make it through the round of 16. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, continue with our episode of Hello Africa, and also have a look at what you guys think when it comes to the Côte d'Ivoire.
Your poll results are in, and 60% of you said yes, 20% of you said no, and the other 20% said maybe. Thank you so much for getting involved in our Twitter poll this morning. It is hashtag #SSHelloAfrica.
Now, we've been talking about the Africa Cup of Nations and the games that we have seen and the blockbusters that have come. We've got one more. We did touch on it a little earlier on Cameroon up against Ghana. We know exactly what these two teams are capable of. The one has won it 5 times, the other 4 times. Can they go on and do it again? They're based on what we've seen so far.
Ghana have come close in a few couple of tournaments,
Yes.
and they really want to go on and win it. But an absolute blockbuster. But I think Cameroon have had the better of Ghana, in the last 2 tournaments, and therefore they'll take that confidence going into the game. But it's a big game for both teams. I think if they want to, secure that qualification to the last 16, it's imperative that they win the game. But for today, I think this is the, the must-see game of the day.
Blockbuster for the day.
It's the blockbuster.
No doubt.
Yeah.
It really is. And I mean, you look at how Ghana came into this tournament, everything that happened before the tournament started. They need to start talking now, or doing their talking rather, on the pitch.
Definitely. And for right now, Cameroon look poised to go out of the group because they already have a win. Ghana drew 2-2, unimaginable actually with Benin. So right now it's a make or break game for them. Like he mentioned, they've come close in the last couple of years. They've got the talent, they've got the duo of the Ayew brothers. Their dad is a Ghanaian legend. So I think that they have to give everything in this game to be able to have that fighting chance to move to the next round. Then you can now begin to talk about winning it.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy, we've got 2 more games. We've got Mauritania versus Angola, and we've also got Benin versus Guinea-Bissau. What do you think the result is going to be in those 2 respective games?
Look, I think Angola would see this as an opportunity to get closer to the leading pair. So this game becomes very much important for them. Guinea also, I think, yes, as much as they are on the lower part in terms of the log standings, they also see an opportunity, if they get to win, for just to salvage a bit of pride out of this tournament. There's no easy games, I must say. Even Ghana playing Cameroon, they should also be mindful of the fact that Benin has got the same points as Ghana. So it just makes their game also very much important. So it's about focusing on your job and making sure that you win your games. But yeah, we can only wish all the teams the best.
Ghana will be hoping that Andre Ayew will be fit. He got injured, of course, in the last game, and a big cog in their side. So
some very big and exciting matches that are happening today. And of course, you can catch it all right here on your World of Champions. If you want to know what you can expect, take a look at this.
Things are heating up at AFCON 2019, and Saturday's action kicks off with a clash between Mauritania and Angola. Palancas Negras kicked off the campaign with an impressive 1-1 draw against Tunisia, while it was a baptism of fire for Mauritania, who slumped to a heavy 4-1 loss to Mali. While Angola could take a step closer to the knockout rounds, defeat would spell disaster for the debutants. An almighty West African battle is set to ignite the tournament as traditional heavyweights Cameroon and Ghana do battle. While the indomitable Lions bore their teeth in a 2-0 win over Guinea-Bissau, the Black Stars were dimmed in a 2-2 draw with Benin. There's plenty at stake in Ismailia. Guinea-Bissau's Jurtus then take aim at the Squirrels of Benin. It's a must-win encounter for Guinea-Bissau after their opening round loss to Cameroon, while after their draw with Ghana, Benin can steal a march in the race to the knockout stages.
Do I wrap now?
And just to remind you what you can expect tonight on your World of Champions as far as AFCON is concerned, Mauritania up against Angola in game number 1. We've touched on Cameroon and Ghana, the game to catch, and Guinea-Bissau also taking on Benin. On a Sunday, it's going to be Madagascar and Nigeria opening matches up, and we'll end with Zimbabwe, who need to win. They're coming up against the DR Congo in the last game of the day, Minnie.
Thank you so much for joining in. Alistair from Balo, we've got OG, Umu, Jimmy, our resident analyst at this point, Lipa for joining us. Thank you so much for an absolutely amazing show. And playing us now is the beautiful, beautiful Zanda.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. I love you as you are. I love you with your flaws. I love you as you are. with your flaws as you are, with your imperfections, with your mistakes, with your imperfections, with your mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. I love you as you are. I love you as you are. Oh, with your flaws. I love you as you are. I love you as you are. Oh, with your flaws. I love you as you are. With your oh, with your flaws. I love you as you are. With your imperfections, with your mistakes, with your imperfections, with your mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Wash away.
Nobody's perfect under the sun.